Okay, every problem gets more difficult as you go along, and this is definitely the most difficult one thus far. There's one more that gets harder, but we're building it up. Now this one is more difficult because there's a variable that's in and out of the radical, and there's a constant outside of the radical. So you see a variable in, a variable out, and a constant out. That is going to make this a very tricky problem, and it's going to bring back that rule that you can't just distribute a square into a binomial. First things first, we need to get the root by itself. So you see this thing I'm highlighting in green? That's the radical. It needs to be by itself. So we have to move the 5 to the other side. So I'm going to add 5. That will result in the square root of x plus 7 equals x plus 5. So again, our goal is to get the radical by itself. So we had to get rid of that 5. All right, now this is going to get more difficult. Write small if you are writing with a pencil and a piece of paper. It's time to get rid of the square root. And in order to get rid of the square root, we need to square it. And when you do one thing, you have to do the other. All right, my husband's here. Let's see how smart he is. Okay, I'm going to square both sides. So when I square this side, what happens?
It turns into x plus 7.
Oh my goodness, he's so smart. Oh, let's see. He was not here when I talked about it. What happens when I square this side?
What's the answer you mean?
Yeah, what do you get?
X squared plus 20... plus 10x plus 25.
Oh, he almost broke the rule, but in your brain you knew like that had to happen. Is that where you got your 10x from?
The 5x plus 5x.
That's right, because what you cannot do that is not x squared plus 25. That is like a no-no.
Correct.
All right, very good. That was very impressive. See, guys, I mean, if he's 38 and he can remember it, you can definitely do it too.
Absolutely.
So you said x squared plus 10x. You really jumped the gun because it's really plus 5x plus 5x plus 25.
I was trying to give you a final answer, you know.
That was incredibly impressive. That is why I married you. Combine your like terms skills. Because of your math skills. That's it.
That's a good way to pick a spouse, I guess.
That's what I was thinking. There were only 16 of us in our class, so slim pickings. Okay, so if you did not understand what's happening during all that babbling, you can't distribute a square into a binomial. We've talked about that many times. It's not okay. You have to write it twice and then distribute your binomials together and then combine your like terms. Now, because it is, I even have this over here, we need to solve this for x. This is now an Algebra 2 skill as well. Because it's a quadratic, I really hope you know what I mean by that. Husband, quadratic means...
I was watching the girls out the window.
What does quadratic mean?
Basketball.
What does quadratic mean?
Lily and Rosie there.
Quadratic?
Quadratic.
Means...
It means a square.
Yeah, x squared. This is a quadratic form. Yeah, good. Okay. So you have to set it equal to 0. So I'm going to minus x and minus 7. Minus x and minus 7. 0 equals x squared plus 9x, I hope I did this right, plus 25 take away 7 is 18.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, you could factor this. If you guys like to factor, you're absolutely welcome to factor it. Not everyone does, and factoring doesn't always work. So I'm going to do opposite b. Oh my goodness, that has to be Lily. Plus or minus square root of, oh, that's Rosie.
Oh, both of them.
Hey guys, I'm recording. B squared minus 4ac all over 2a. 2a. That is the quadratic formula, my dears. If you forgot, you need to go back to chapter 4, section 7. That's how you solve quadratics. So that is negative 9 plus or minus the square root of something that a calculator will give me. Let's see, 9 squared minus 4ac. 9. Oh, good. I was it would be. I did not give ugly answers on this. All right, now we need to do, that's going to be the same as negative 9 plus and minus 3 when you take the square root. And now we'll add negative 9 plus 3 is negative 6 divided by 2. Now, if you're struggling with this, you have no idea what I'm doing, chances are chapter 4 did not go well with you. So please revisit chapter 4, section 7. And negative 9 minus 3 is negative 12 over 2, which is negative 6. So we have two answers, negative 3 and negative 6, and we do have to check both of them because I think one of them is extraneous. Let's try negative 3 first, okay? So we're going to go over here. These are what I got for x. These are my x values. Thank you, quadratic formula. And I'm going to put in negative 3 first for x and see what I get. Let's see. that's going to be the square root of 4 minus 5. That's going to be 2 minus 5. That's going to be negative 3. Yes, negative 3 is not extraneous. Boom. All right, now it's time for negative 6. Negative 6 plus 7. Okay, so I know I write fast. Maybe you just want to put this part on a little bit of slow down speed. Negative 6 plus 7 is 1. That's 1 minus 5. Oh, no. That is not negative 6. That would be negative 4 when you check that. So what we're going to say is negative 6 is an extraneous answer. It does not plug back in. Okay, so negative 6, there's actually only one answer, and the one answer is negative 3. All right, we're going to stop this video and then take a break. Maybe we'll get a glass of water. Come on back and we'll do number 5.